We need a form to do that. But however, when we receive the 14 mindfulness training, we have the guidelines how to be happy, how to train ourselves. So as we know that the 14 mindfulness training, as OI members who receive the 14 mindfulness training, they are guided means. This is a torch like us, is a boat carrying us. And over here we recite it every 2 weeks. And then do you realize that if we can follow and practice and train ourselves to do all of that in the 14 mindfulness training, I think that we are the happiest person on earth. Because it's not easy to do. It's not easy to follow all of them and train ourselves to accomplish all the teaching in them. But so in the teaching, they say this is because that is. Everyone learned that, and the world's happy because we are happy. So the question is, are we happy? So the theme today is, if we are happy, oh, I will change the world. So it means that if the world happy because of us, because of we are happy. So I'm asking you right now, are you happy all the time? You know, it's somehow it's a happiness. It's not, it's ability. Being happy is ability that we need to train. It's not a given gift. So it's not like, oh, we've been born and we're happy right away and all the times to the rest of our life. But it's like that. We never cry when we just was born, right? All the babies, they cry when they were born. And they say, oh, life is hard, suffering. It's just a meaning of crying. But the thing is, being a happy person, we need to train ourselves. You know, the people outside there, they, without the teaching, they're happy because a nice thing happened to them. Something that they like, something they feel satisfied, so they're happy. But as a practitioner, especially for the OI members, are we still happy when the unexpected things or bad things or, you know, unexpected matter that we dislike happen to us, but we still happy? That is the key. If we can be happy, it doesn't matter the conditions that happen to us. At that point, we can change the world. The world full of surprises. You know, sometime today, when you wake up, you have headache, you have a backache. Your body is so impermanent. You may be healthy today, but next day, you gotta fall, like my sister here. You know, she did exercise and it's just an accident happened and she dropped. And then she had to go to see a doctor. So today, you think that we always be happy and nothing bad happened to us? Everybody loves us. Nobody hurt us. I don't think we will not happen that way. If we just think that it will happen that way, maybe we are daydreaming. And most of the time we are daydreaming. We are daydreaming. Something good happened to us, we happy. Something not good. Something bad happened to us, we suffer and we cry. So this is mean that it just for those, it happens to those who doesn't know the practice. But for us, I believe that everyone experienced that, and we still be a very solid mountain. The storm cannot take us down. That is a happy OI. And in the dictionary say that the happy person is the one who has capacity, who has the feelings of pleasure, usually because something's nice happened or because they feel satisfied with their life. So what is the definition of being a happy OI member, OI practitioner? Like happiness, a happy feeling is one kind of energy. The energy that, a good energy, and it's run through our body. It makes our eyes smile, it makes our mouth smile, and also a face smile. If you're not happy, or you feel tired, or you feel irritated, agitated, your face show. They can, it cannot smile because the energy of happiness is not there. So the happy feeling, it can be expressed externally by eyes, by mouth, by face, your action, your speech, your whole being. If you just be close to a happy person, how do you feel? Can you feel the energy, his or her energy, good energy? You feel like, just like Thầy in the retreat, everybody wants to close to Thầy because he has so peaceful, happy energy. And he didn't have to say anything. That is how his energy make a difference. So that is the happy feeling is can express externally, but it can maintain internally, because the happy feelings make your heart smile. It gives more space in your heart and your mind. I give you more patience. You love more. You have capacity to love more. You be more patient, and you can endure things much better. So being happy is the base for everything. It's a foundation for all the good acts or good deeds. That is manifestation from being happy.
Dear Suko,
yes,
it's a little bit, there's a sound. I think the sound is from your earphone. That is, so it's a little bit noise. There's a noise.
Maybe it's here. Oh. Yeah. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
All right. Okay. Maybe it touched my rope.
Yeah.
Okay. And as usually in the Dharma sharing, we we go around and say, can we check our weather within? So this is the world. Is it okay? Are the noise still there?
Or maybe it's the noise from the wind or something like that.
Okay. This is a fan. Okay.
Oh, the fan. Okay. Because this is a recording and also we make it all live on YouTube.
All right. Okay. You don't have to do it. So it's better now? Yeah. You know, it's very hot right now in Thailand. Is it hot over there too? Yeah. Okay. So we have to know what kind of world that we are. You know, sometimes, and this body is the whole world in there. The world is not only outside of us. The world is within our body. And especially our mind is the whole world in there. And Thai usually taught that the consciousness is the whole universe in there. Because it's all kind of seeds that is stored in our consciousness, is a stored consciousness. So that's why it's contain stars, the moon, and all the galaxy in there. So if we know how to be happy, how to change the world inside of us, the world outside of us will change. And also the circle of family, friends, colleagues, the society, and all the ethnic, religious groups. This is the whole world in there. But everything has to start from a smallest element, which is ourself. So for me, that if I'm happy, the world inside of me and the world around me will be happy. Especially at the moment, I am one of the eldest sister here, and if the world within me is not happy, all my younger sister will receive my negative and not very optimistic energy. So this is how I affect how I can influence to the world around me very much. So I have some a definition for a happy OI practitioner is first, we are protected by the training. We're full of compassion and wisdom. We have good energy. And the people around us can benefit. Especially others can take refuge in us. They trust us. And the trainings can protect and nourish, and we have capacity to nourish ourselves and others, especially our community. And very, very energetic in service and practice and support others. So like all the participants today, you are OI members and also volunteers. And I know that because we've been in Indonesia, I know how you how energetic you are, how supportive you are to the monastic delegation. So that's why, you know, all our brothers and sisters, they love Indonesia. You know, they they say that all the volunteers and all the sisters, especially when I go and have the company of Sister Rising Moon, I have no worries. You know, she a very you know, the most supported sister ever when I came to Indonesia, especially when Sister Phúc Châu is still not still a lay, you know, and we had fun. We had a lot of fun together. Especially when we OI members, we serve as a volunteers also. So we give out more energy to people, to serve, to organize things. So it means that we need a lot of energy. So that's why we need, when we OI members, we practice more diligent, because to balance the energy you're giving out and to restore your energy. So if we don't practice, if we're not diligent, so the more we give away our energy and we don't restore the energy back, you know, we will be exhausted. We burn out very soon. So that's why a happy OI, we know how to balance the energy. The energy given away and to restore the energy back. And a happy OI has capacity, has a capacity of great understanding, of being very grateful for whatever we have, and especially we have capacity to cutting through afflictions. The capacity to forgive, to be more patient, and especially open-minded. These all kind of qualities that a happy OI can have. And I usually taught the sisters and the brothers that you don't need a lot of talents while you know, when you're living with community. The best talent that you should know and you should have, this is the ability to live happily. You have capacity to live happily. Do we have that capacity? Are we able to live happily all the time? 80 times in a day? That's the greatest talent. You don't need to have so many talents, but because we come together as a community. If we have capacity to live happily, you know, with ourselves, with other people, that is the greatest gift that you can offer to our community. This is how fortunate that we can be. And I see that, as I said before, that being a happy person, we need to train ourselves. We need a lot of training. You make the world inside of us, you know, have more space, more love, more understanding. And the world outside of us will be okay. You know, just like right now is a COVID-19 pandemic season, and we still come together. We still support each other. And for me, that, you know, just being together with my brothers and sisters here, I think that the virus is just one cause of the death, but fear of being, you know, of death can kill us. So for me, that living with my brothers and sisters here, the only thing I can do is I try my best every day. My practice is counted every day, each day. It's not the whole week or the whole month or the whole year or the whole season. But for me, that if I want to be solid, to want to be happy, I have to train myself every day. Because, you know, the energy of happiness is not a given gift. So that's why each of us here we have a lot of work to do, especially with ourselves. So the question is right now for us is, do we know our way? Do we see our path clearly? Do you know what we are doing? Why we have to serve? How much happiness you can be when you serve? And will you get burned out after you serve? And why not? You know, like Sister Chung Kong, she helped. She's been in a great health since many years. I cannot, you know, she's still a very a professor in university in Vietnam, and now she never feel exhausted, even though right now she's 80. I believe that she's 82 right now, or 83. But you know, whenever we have the retreat, we say that sister should go maybe you know, in this retreat you take a rest. You know, we have more enough brother and sister to take care of all the things. And you know what happened? She got upset. She said, you think I'm old? You think I'm old? I cannot help anything. You know, and she said that, please give me something to do. I cannot imagine that if I can reach to that age, I'm still alive, you know, at her age right now, and I'm still in her spirit. Oh, I will be a happiest person on earth. She, you know, her age doesn't stop her from the wish of helping people. She's still very energetic. So that's why whenever she's in Thailand, And if we have the retreat, we have to, let her do something. She expert in total relaxation, in touching the earth, in everything actually. And she loved it. She can talk from the morning into night. Even sometimes she exhausted, but just like thầy, whenever in the past, when thầy gave a Dharma talk, we never knew that thầy very tired, because in his Dharma talk he looks so energetic, so fresh. But suddenly, so after the Dharma talk, when he returned to his hut, he said, "I'm very tired." But he never shows, because his love, his energy, and his wish too great. And this kind of is the food of evolution. This is a nutriment. The wish to serve. Just like each of us here, we serve, we help, we organize, So, so that's why we need, because I don't think that there is no one will have the mind of service like Sister Chim Kong. If you have read her book, Learning to Love, this is so, it's amazing. How could she do that? Because that book we need to learn when we are OI aspirant. We need to learn the spirit of service from Sister Chim Kong. But I told my my OI aspirant that I don't believe that there will a second person like Sister Chim Kong again in that spirit. So, but we try our best right now. We try our best. So that's why to be a happy OI members, so make sure that we don't run out of energy, we don't burn out, and we don't feel exhausted. And when we feel exhausted in service, problem will happen. Especially we cannot take care of our speech very well. And most of the time, believe me, that when we tired, we cannot take care of our speech very well. So when you later, if you encounter that situation, the best way is to take care of ourselves. We just return to our breath and don't say anything. The foundation for our happiness, our peace, especially our freedom. I think that most of us, all kind of state of mind, we call a mental formation. We're happy in this moment and we suffer next moment. We're sad, we're not happy anymore. And our state of mind just up and down, up and down, up and down like that. So what is the foundation for our happiness and peace and our freedom? How can I be free from all the afflictions. So that's why before I said that a happy OI, we have capacity to cut through all afflictions. And believe me, to be a happy OI is not easy, but it's not impossible. It's possible. So that's why we need to take the trainings. We need to train ourselves according to the 14 mindfulness trainings. And due to the God, the 14 mindfulness training is related to body, speech, and mind. Some of them relate to the body training, like the training number 5, 11, 12, and 14. Like a compassionate, healthy living. This is training number 5. 11 is a right livelihood. And training number 12 is reference for life. And the 14 one is a true love. It's related to a bodily action. This is a very clear guidance. And how to train our speech is we have training number 8, true community and communication. And also the training number 9, truthful and loving speech. This is how we see how we use our words. Just like words can create create suffering or happiness. And the one especially relate to our mind is the first one is openness. And the second one is non-attachment to views. And the third one is freedom from thoughts. And the fourth is awareness of suffering. This is all kinds of things that we need to remind ourselves all the time. Hai thầy Pháp tử. You see your younger sister here? And if you see that the training number 6, 7, and 10, and 13 is just like taking care of our anger and dwelling happily in the present moment, protecting and nourishing the Sangha, and also generosity. This cover all the practice. How to cultivate happiness. And thầy always say that if you suffer less, you will be happy. That is the art. Somehow in the past, we don't know how to suffer less. But receive or learning the trainings is show us the way how to take care of our emotion. And all our practice to be a happy person is just like how to take care of our body, speech, and mind. This is a 14 mindfulness training all about. Especially, for the Buddha said that all the ascetic, the monastics, they fight each other because of views. They grasp their views. They protect their views. They say that my view is more correct than yours. Especially when we as OI members, we care for others more. and we work together as a community. How can we harmonize our views? You will make the community happy. Can we yield to others' view? Can you accept others' differences? This is all about the art of living, relate to body, speech, and mind. And, you know, it's not only that we have to master or we have to understand our training well, because we have to guide people or to help other people how to cultivate the mindfulness practice. We need to master all the core practices. Just like how to get in touch with our breath, how to invite and listen to the bell, and how to do mindful sitting, mindful walking, and how can we aware of our body during the day, and can you guide the 10 mindful movements, or and you can lead the deep total relaxation, a deep relaxation. And how to show people eat mindfully. Especially how to can how can we use our breath to get in touch with our emotions. This is all the things, all the trainings we need to master. We need to do something, we have to have a tool. So to be happy, we need to have a tool to be happy. How to train ourselves. To be strong, to be more confident. It doesn't matter what happened to us. If we have confidence inside, we train well, everything will be okay. The world inside of us will be okay. Fear cannot stop us. Anger, jealousy cannot invade into our world. How much time that we need to train ourselves. To make a mindful step, you don't need time. We walk all the time. To take a mindful breath. So easy. But the thing is how much we remember to do. That's the key word. So the thing is, you have to be reminded all the time. And who will remind us? That is ourselves. We have to schedule ourselves to do what practice in a day and be, self-disciplined. Without self-discipline, we cannot do much. If we, that's why people come to the temple or the monastery when they suffer. But when they're happy, they forgot us. So that's why I say, you know, somehow I remind myself that, oh, I don't wish to see. When I talked to a friend who came to the retreat, I said, I talked to myself that maybe I don't want to see you again, because if I don't see you again, it means that you're happy. But you never know that the practice can be strengthened when you're happy, not when you're sad, because your mind is just neutralized and you know what's going on. Because when you're sad, you get stuck with your emotion. So you can deepen your practice when you're not suffered a lot. So that's why. So the bottom line is, we practice when you're happy. We practice when we're sad. We practice when we have emotions. Even so, that's why when we practice, when we just open our eyes in the first moment of a day, until we go to bed at night, you have to always checking in our world inside. Is it okay? How is my feelings now? How my breath right now? How am I sitting meditation right now? How can I listen to the sound of the birds right now? Can the sound of the birds bring me back to the present moment? These are all kind of questions that we need to learn to train ourselves every moment of the day. And we all have capacity to do that. To be a strong or solid practitioner, you need to do that. Because cultivate the mindfulness practice is not an overnight matter. I still see my practice still very weak, because when you have more responsibilities, you have to deal with more people, you have to deal with a lot of problems, difficulties, somehow I don't know how to deal with them. So right now, my younger sister just go to class and do the rotation work and go free. Okay, so much. But like now, class of responsibility. So how can we handle it? So that's why we it's not only train ourselves to be a happy Yeah.
Okay, now Suko. It was disconnect a few seconds.
All right. Okay. So I hope that during a time of serve the community, and also after you receive the 14 mindfulness training, you have time to deepen your trainings day by day. In this sharing, I just go through, just summarize each training as a reminders. Somehow I still feel very hard to see that we into our, because if someone says something not nice to me, I suffer. Or something, if somebody is nice to me, I'm happy. Or you know, it's hard. It's hard to see that that person is us. You know, their suffering is our suffering, and we can forgive much more. I believe that we all are on the way. You know, that's why they taught us to understand other people's suffering. Especially, we have to understand our own suffering, so you can understand others' suffering much better. For example, I at the moment I am experiencing the interconnected between my father and I. 10 days ago, my father fell. My father is 97 right now, very old, nearly 100 years old. And he fell and he got fractures in the pelvic bone. So he was in pain, and he asked me to go back. But the thing is, no one can go out of Thailand or Australia, will not accept anybody coming in. So the only thing I can practice, that I can send my good energy to my father from my own practice. How can we experience, when we send our energy, our good feelings to our loved ones when they're in pain? And is it possible? Will our loved ones receive that energy? Because we are. I'm not sure that it works or not, but after a few days he felt better, and he just discharged from the hospital 2 days ago. So we believe we believe that we have our Father in us. So if we make ourselves happy and strong, we're not got drowned in sorrow, our loved ones will be okay. You know, this kind of things that is, it's not easy to be convinced, to be persuaded. How can we try our best to be good? So we wish that our loved ones can benefit from it without seeing that person in person directly. So this is our practice. Do you have faith? Do you believe it? Or you have to do something for that person without taking care of your own energy. Try to be good to yourself. So that's why the Buddha said, you know, that, you know, my teaching, you have to come and see directly. and I think that it takes me very long to realize that, because we always think that when our loved ones got accident, we need to be there in order to do something. But in this season, we cannot go anywhere. So it somehow is good occasion for us to feel the practice. So I hope that next time, or from now on, later when one of your loved ones have accident or suffered, so the best thing that you can do first is to calm yourself. You don't get drowned in sorrow and worries, because our world will be interconnected with our loved ones' world. Believe it or not, try it. You know, when I talk to my father on the phone, my energy, my words, my face, he can receive it. And of course, that I still have some. I ask him. I ask myself that if he die right now, what can I do? I still have things to do here, a lot of work, a lot of worries also. So how can I balance that? So I have to tell myself that I have to try my best. Whatever happened, already happened. I cannot change. As long as I keep my energies light enough. And whenever I do sitting meditation, I send that energy to my family. So do you. You make your happy, at peace. No sorrow. Everything will be okay. We have to remember the wisdom of impermanence. Somehow we think that we in intellectual knowledge, we know that everything, all phenomena are impermanent. But to feel it, to live with it is a different matter. It's a different story. So we need to have a deep understanding and wisdom in order to overcome all the afflictions. It trains us to have capacity to get through all the afflictions. Because when you practice, you serve with the community, problems cannot be avoided, especially in action and in speech. So you need to have a very deep understanding and wisdom and use the Dharma to serve in our spirit, in our how much we understood the wisdom of impermanent. How can we train ourselves to feel it, to concentrate on the impermanence every moment of our life. Between suffering and happiness, it's just a click. It's a way, depends on your mental attitude. So it's so important that we see things clearly. We don't get stuck in a small matter. So we can open our heart, our mind. That's why in the second training, when we attach to views and we have wrong perception, we've been narrow-minded, and we cross our knowledge. We know that all the thing is not good, but we have to reflect on ourselves all the time. That are we free from them yet? Do we still attach to our views? And most of the time, believe me, that we act, we think, we perceive things based on our perceptions, based on all the things in the past. We're not really get in touch with the present moment very much. How we see things that based on your past experience, your past emotions, your past, everything is past. It's hard for us to get in touch with whatever happened as they are right now without any judging or reacting. Just let ourselves to be free from all the past. The past experience is good. So that we learn a lesson from it. But it doesn't mean that we get stuck with it. The past lesson help us to be open-minded. Just like a child, when they see the light, the child didn't know that it's hot. She touched it. And she got burned. So next time, when she see the light, she never dare to touch the light anymore. That is how we learn from the past. But it doesn't mean we get stuck with it. That is we call a wise person. So I always ask myself or all the sisters, brothers who I taught in the sutra class, that when we know that all our perceptions are wrong, it's 99.9 of our perceptions is wrong. But in our daily life, we get stuck with it a lot. All the conflicts, all the suffering and separation because of our perception. So that's why we need to train ourselves that if something that we're not clear, we have to clarify. This is my perception. Is it true? So it's related to the training. Do not spread news. Spread the rumors. You confuse people. These are all kind of training. This relates to our wrong perceptions also. And wrong perception is not only that. It's a wrong perception is about you are you, me are me. We're not related. Even though we know that my suffering, my happiness are related to yours. So if you take care of yourself, I will be beautiful. I can take care of the trash in me, so you can bloom. It takes years for us to realize that and live with it. So that's why when we come together, we have problems. Can we do? Can you say that I take a good care of myself, so you can be free from suffering? I will keep arguing. And most of the time I see our daily life based on that. Very much. So we need a lot of courage. A courage that, a lot of courage to, for us to live really in the present moment. To perceive things as they are. To love that you can love your Dharma friends, Dharma sisters and brothers today, not yesterday. They are different from today. Even though yesterday we argue, we can hurt each other. We could hurt each other. But today is today. We are new. They are new too. But how can we train ourselves to see that? This is our responsibility. Can you see our family members, your sisters and brothers in Dharma with a new eyes every day? This is the OI members, OI practitioner do. So the antidote or the suffering from the attachment to views and wrong perception, it's just being open-minded. This is training say. Train yourself to be open-minded and use compassionate listening and deep looking, letting go of notions, and ready to learn throughout our lives. So it means that every day is a new day. Whatever we train ourselves yesterday, it's just like experience. It gives us to have more wisdom, to perceive things, to learn things today. And you can learn from other people's experience and wisdom a lot. I never been been doing the gardening before, the flower garden before, because I'm afraid that the flowers, the trees will die under my care. So I give me a chance to learn from other experience. So I went and I watched YouTube how to take care of roses. And I think that taking care of garden is just the same, how to take care of our mind. We have to do weeding. We have to put more fertilizer. We have to water enough every day. And to pick all the snails and all the slug. It is the same. I think that if you know, because the mind consciousness is the gardener. You know what kind of food that you need to take every day. If that food is not beneficial, don't take. The tree is the same. So I just feel like first we have capacity to be happy, but being happiness or to being happy is not a given gift. We need to train ourselves. The third one is to have to master all the core practices. It's just like a skillful means for us. Just like when you see it rains, you need the umbrella. When it's hot, we need a very cool drink. So that's why when you have emotion, your breath will be your best friend. When you have problem with your Dharma friends, forgiveness is a good friend. And be patient. We learn each day. And to be happy is, it can accumulate day by day. And nobody will offer that to you. Only ourselves, train ourselves to be more open our heart. I just had an online talk with the Sangha in Australia. And one of them asked me that at the moment I feel so agitated and I get upset all the time. But I know that my reaction is not good. And I regret after I reacted. So what could I do? I say, I share with her that maybe your heart doesn't have enough space right now. You need to take care of your heart. Because if your heart have enough space and energy, you can embrace and forgive everybody. I believe so. And be patient with ourselves. Everything will change actually. Today is like that, but tomorrow's change. Maybe today you're not healthy enough. Try to take care of yourself. Tomorrow will be okay. Or your grief, your sorrows, your anxiety. Everything will be changed. As long as you believe that. Try your best. Just be present. Don't feed any more negative food. Everything will be okay. And we believe that the COVID-19 will be gone soon. One day, not soon, but one day. Nothing will stay forever. But we cannot avoid the suffering. This is how we as all our members, we need to have a very clear understanding. So that's why the training number 4, awareness of suffering, is so crucial. But it depends on how strong of your mindfulness, the energy of mindfulness you have. The energy of mindfulness is the one to heal, the antidote, or just help us to be present. If you listen to all Thay's Dharma talk, or other masters' Dharma talks, they always advise us to return to our body. Don't let our mind wander too long. That's only when our world inside is not at peace. That's the first thing which we should do. Take a mindful breath. Feel your body. I just realized that when at night I could not sleep, it's hard for me to sleep. It's because that my breath so shallow. And my mind is just working so hard. So as long as I return to my breath and be aware, feel my breath, as long as I need, then my sleep came unexpectedly. I didn't know when I fell to sleep actually. So feel your body. The only thing that is always present for us when you have emotion, or when you're not in a good mood, when you're not happy, return to your body. Feel your body. Feel the energy within your body. Calm it and your mind will calm. So this is how take care of your world from within. So in the training, we always say, I am committed to do this and do that. I am determined to do this and do that. So are we determined to do? So that this question, I return to you. We have all kind of guidance. So if every morning we remind ourselves that today I determine to be happy person. Whatever happened to me, I will take care of it and I will be happy. And you will be happy. You clear what you want to do in a day. That's what we call it today's volition. Is a food for us today. I suffer enough. I worry enough. So for me today, I enjoy my life. I feel my breath more. So we don't live with the past. We have a good plan for the future, but we don't get caught in it. We don't get caught in craving or anger or delusion in the present moment. We have that capacity. We just need to be, we need to have some trainings. So we know what to do. You will be a free person and a happy person from within, and the world around you will be happy the same. So we are happy, the world will be happy because it is the nature of interbeing. This is how we learn. So save some time in the day to feel it and live with it. So thank you so much, and I hope that we know that we have capacity to live happily in the present moment. Happiness is not a given gift. We need a lot of training. But we know that the more we do, the more we practice, the happier we are. We make our world inside happy, our body happy, our mind happy. The world around us will be happy. And thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you, Suko. We would like to invite Bell first.
Thank you, Suko. Okay, so and I would like to thank everybody. So I wish that we can come together and practice together again.
Suko, it's really gratitude I was here to hear your Dharma talk. Thank you for refreshing me and maybe all of us to get back to our beginning mind. Why we are called to be volunteers and OI members. Being happy, being a happy person needs tool and guidance, needs to continue to practice over life, not only overnight. So we are, ourselves are burnt out. So to show our gratitude, I would like to invite Cynthia to sing a song in gratitude.
So, dear sisters, thank you so much for sharing. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I was asked to offer one song for everyone. So maybe we can sing a song together. So the song is In Gratitude.
I don't know.
Okay. In gratitude, you have water, sea of love in me. In gratitude, in gratitude, I will water, sea of love in someone too. I know you're there for me, and I am so happy. In gratitude, you have water, sea of love in me. In gratitude, in gratitude, I will water, sea of love in someone too. And when you suffer some, just call and I will come.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. So I hope that we'll see you again.
Thank you, Suko. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Sister.
Thank you, Suko. Thank you, Sister Puchang.
And I would like to invite Cynthia to maybe any other announcement